Welcome back to another episode of the Los Angeles Kings franchise rebuild, episode number 22 now, I believe, and we are in the first round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. I think we're in year 7 now, maybe 6, year 7 or 6, maybe even 5, but we got a tough round 1 matchup here. The Anaheim Ducks, the mighty Ducks versus the Los Angeles Kings. They actually have home ice advantage here, so should be an interesting series. But let's get a recap on what happened in the regular season. Been a couple days since I've recorded a video, so it's a good recap for me as well. But yeah, we went 47, 31, and 4, so not a terrible year. 98 points, just shy of winning that division title. Would have been a lot easier. We lost the last game of the regular season, which is not good. Anaheim doesn't score a lot, but does not give up a lot of goals here. Look in the power play, 21%, not terrible. Their penalty kill is fantastic. 6 shorthanded goals for, but we have 10. A lot of guys who can score on the penalty kill. And actually, the away home ice advantage wouldn't be an advantage for us. We're 21, 18, and 2 on home ice, but on the road, 26, 13, and 2, 5 and 5 in our last 5 games, essentially. But let's go take a look here at the Anaheim Ducks. I want to see their stats quickly first. So let's go with LA to the Anaheim Ducks, and they got Troy Terry leading the way at 76 points. Dominic Kubalik, Shane Wright is on the team, 91 overall. Glenn Merricks, Evan Rodriguez, Trevor Zegras, only 56 points in 82 games. Kind of surprised there. Jamie Drysdale, Tom Wilson's on the squad, but this looks like a pretty damn good team. Jean-Gabriel Pageau, but in nets, I imagine, I want to see quickly. I think they have John Gibson, and they do, he's good. He is good. 915, 277. Those are fantastic numbers for John Gibson, but we have Matvei Michkov, and that's all that matters. But let's go take a look at the lines of the Anaheim Ducks before we get started in this series, round number 1. Now, I think this is the first time we're playing the Ducks 2 in the playoffs. I'm trying to think here. Yeah, I'm not thinking. I don't think we played the Ducks yet, which is going to be interesting. I don't even know who's on their team outside of those numbers that we just looked at. But that first line, it's a good first line. Trevor Zegras. I want to see his stats. He's 91 overall. So yeah, it looks like this year was just the down year for him for whatever reason. Last year, 78.79, 85, 75, 53. So yeah, this may just be a down year for him. He's still a really good player, so he can definitely get going in the playoffs. But let's see his stats here. Poised, 86, so not terrible. Shane Wright, first overall pick in year number 1. He's, again, one of those players having a down year. 83 points last year, 63 this year. So looks like that first line's struggling. I hope they continue to struggle against us, but never know. And then Evan Rodriguez, who is, probably not a first liner, but again, 79.67, 66, 58, another player who's having a career worst year, essentially, and playing on that top line. The second line, they got Glenn Merricks. I don't know anything about him, but 60 points, so he's an up-and-comer. A very good year from him, 42 goals, so he might be a sniper. Power forward, 19 years old. This kid's going to be good. This kid is going to be a beast, so we got to keep an eye on him. Troy Terry, who led their team in scoring, 90 overall. The second line's very good. Troy Terry, Dominic Kubalik, and Glenn Merricks. On the third line, they got Isa Korhonen, who is an 81 overall, superstar X-Factor with the wheels thing, medium top 6, young player. This guy looks like he's actually pretty good himself too. Not very good anywhere yet. He's still a low overall, but his skating is incredible, as you can see there. But let's see his stats quickly. 30 points. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be too much of a factor, but he definitely looks like a good player. And their third line center is Mason McTavish. Superstar X Factor, 88 overall, Mason McTavish. He is definitely getting underutilized on this team, in my opinion. Having him up on the second or even first line over Rodriguez any day. Tom Wilson, great third line, a right wing. So yeah, this team is good. And then fourth line, Antonin Verreau, Jean-Gabriel Pageau, and then Sasha Patujov. Pretend like I didn't say that name. But yeah, their forward group, really damn good. Defensively, who do they have? So Johnny Taichonik, Jamie Drysdale, Anthony Tumamiso, Lucas Johansson, Colin Miller, and Sean Walker. Honestly, the only one really to be concerned about here is Jamie Drysdale. Tumisto, pretty good too, but the rest of them all 80 overall essentially. Not too impressed there, but in the nets, this is where they're going to have a big advantage. John Gibson, only an 84 overall, but he's a superstar X Factor. One of the best goalies in the NHL to this day, so he is definitely going to be a problem. 33 years old. Looking forward to playing against him, but this is going to be, I feel like, a defensive series. If we can score, we're going to destroy these guys. But I don't know. EA simulation, you never know. But our team, Quinn Byfield, Jake McBain, Matvei Mishkov, Alex Turcotte, Matt Savoie, Jaeger. Actually, why is Murat on the second line? Or third line? I thought I had Murat here. And Kapari up here somewhere. Am I crazy? Did my lines get messed up? I definitely... Okay, well, we'll make that quick change. Defensively, Mike Anderson, Nemec, Clark, Pesce, Matichuk, and Bjorkfont. So Nemec and Anderson. I feel like my lines got messed up for some reason. Am I crazy? There's no way. My lines had to get messed up. Did the coach change them? Special teams? I want to take a look at my power play real quick. Seems fine. Fine. I'm okay with the rest. It's not the biggest deal, but I just want to make sure I made those changes. And then in the net, we have Ilya Samsonov, who was terrible last year. But this year, his numbers were a little bit better. Actually, no, this year he was terrible. Yeah, okay. I'm losing it here. I feel like someone messed my lines, but I'm not going to worry about it. Let's get into this series. The Los Angeles Kings are traveling to Anaheim for, I believe, what they call the Battle of California, if I remember correctly. I'm not too into the Western Conference in the real NHL, but let's get it started here. LA versus Anaheim. First period, 3-0. That's what I like to see. All of our big stars getting in on it. Matvei Mishkov, Simo Nemec, and Murat gets a goal for us as we are up 3-0 after the first period. Second period, there you go. The Ducks get a goal as it's a pass to Joy. Scores on Samsonov to make it 3-1. But we're out them 28-17. Just keep it up. Just keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. We got to slide past these Anaheim Ducks. Scoring 3 goals. If we can win only scoring 3, that's ideal. Penalty kill. Mason McTavish gets them on the board again. So it's a 1-goal lead with 5 minutes left. Can we hold on here? Insurance marker, please. There it is. Murat gets his second of the playoffs. And we double up on the Anaheim Ducks in game number 1. Taking it 4-2 as we have a big game from Murat, Samsonov, and Simo Nemec. That's what I like to see. A 1-0 series lead. Taking a game on the road. And like I said, I think we're a better road team than we are home team. So winning these road games, that might actually be the difference in this series. But we're right on to game number 2 here. First period. 1-1. We continue to score in the first period. They get one from Tomisto, but we get one from Brant Clark. Wow, they scored a minute into the game. That's not good. Outshoot them 12-8 though, but a 1-1 game after the first period. Second period, the teams exchange goals again as Trevor Zegras gets on the board for them, and we get one from Brendan Lemieux. And we're going into the third period this time, tied up, and Matichuk scores for us right away as the depth is coming through. Third line deep pairing scores for us. Fourth line, and then Murat gets his third of the playoffs as we once again are up 4-2 over the Anaheim Ducks, and we're just smooth sailing here as Samsonov is having a huge game as he makes 36 saves on 38 shots as Bjorkfont adds another goal late. Wow. Samsonov has come to play here. Jake McBain, 3 apples. What I like to see. We do our part. We take both games on the road where we dominate for the most part. But the story has been so far, we're able to score and they're known for not scoring too many goals. They are only scoring 3 goals a game per game, 3 goals per game in the regular season. So keeping them scoring 4, we should win every time. But here we go on home ice for game number 3 of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Can we continue the dominance and maintain our series lead, extend it to 3-0? Here it is, first period. Ooh, a tough first period as they get goals from Merrick and Kubalik, so their top 6 really coming alive in the game so far. Gibson looks to have a good period here too. 14 saves in the first period, but the game is far from over here. The game is far from over. Give me 1 goal at least. Second period. I asked for 1. But I'll take 4 any day of the week as we get goals from Yager. Matvei Michkov gets his second. Murat gets his 4th. Rasmus Kapari gets his 1st. And Scott Walker. No, is it Sean? Yeah, Sean Walker, the former Los Angeles King, gets one past Samsonov as it is a 4-3 game in favor of the LA Kings now. So we come back 4 straight, give up a goal at the end of the period, but we still have a 4-3 lead. Can Samsonov hold on? Power play right away for the oh baby. I can't even finish my thought before Matvei Michkov scores an insurance marker for us. We kill another penalty as the Ducks can't get it by us. Then we go and score another 2 goals as Michkov, I believe, completes the hat trick. Quinton Byfield scores a big goal, and we are up to 48 shots in the game, 49, as we take it 8-3 in game number 3. Shutout in the first period, but the boys come alive, scoring 8 goals in the final 2 periods. Savoie, 4 assists. Michkov, a hat trick. Love to see it. And Quinton Byfield, 1 goal, 1 assist. Look at Savoie go. He's 3 games, 0 points, 7 assists. I mean, 4 of them just came from the game we just played. But still, we have a chance. And we were the lower seed in this, remember. We were the lower seed in this, but we have a chance to sweep the Anaheim Mighty Ducks. Shane Wright, Trevor Zegras. I mean, the boys, you gotta come back here. Jamie Drysdale. I'm getting the broom out. I'm predicting 5-1 final here for the Los Angeles Kings. Here we go. First period, and the boys are buzzing. Quinton Byfield, even before I can simulate the first period, scores a goal in the first shot of the game against John Gibson in the elimination game. But let's simulate the rest of the period here. First period, 1-0 still. Shots 11-9 in favor of the Anaheim Ducks, whose backs are against the wall. But we do have a 1-0 lead. Second period, make that 3-0 as Matt Savoie gets his first of the Stanley Cup playoffs. Murat, I believe, is 5th or 6th. He's really turning up in this series so far. But, I mean, I predicted 5-1. It is very possible. The Ducks are down by 3. In order to keep this playoff series alive, they need to win this game. Their backs are against the wall. But are the LA Kings just a little bit too strong? 10 minutes left. Savoie scores his 2nd of the game. Sammy Blaze scores. Yager scores. 7-0 now. Kopp, 3 goals in 2 minutes for the Kings. And we are up 7-0. And that's going to do it in this series. The Los Angeles Kings absolutely pummel the Anaheim Ducks. 7-0 in game 4. Murat, 1 goal, 4 assists. Matt Savoie turns into the goal scorer, 2 goals, 1 assist. And Ilya Samsonov has been incredible in these playoffs. 33 saves and a shutout to go with it. But wow, that was a slaughter. That was a slaughter. That's all I got to say. The boys came to play versus the Ducks, and the Ducks got absolutely lit up. That's what I expect from a team as good as the roster that we have. Defending Stanley Cup champions. Remember that. We're not no scrubs. And we got the Edmonton Oilers once again. We've played them before, so we know what they're all about. But they are not an easy matchup by any stretch of the imagination. So let's take a look on how the team did in the playoffs here. So Savoie and Murat, as a line, absolutely lit it up. Michkov quietly puts up 7 points as well. So yeah, Murat, 10 points. Savoie, 10 points. Byfield, a point per game. Yager, a point per game. Kopp, a point per game. Nemec, a point per game. Jake McBain, a point per game. Brant Clark, Pesce, Lemieux, Kapari. Everyone did their thing. Alex Turcotte's playing on the third line now, so you don't expect him to be too effective. But wow, everyone just a perfect team effort. If you can put it any way, a perfect team effort in this. And honestly, the goaltending is something I want to highlight here. Ilya Samsonov, 9.46, 1.75 goals against average, lets in 7 goals in 4 games, and picks up 2 helpers. I mean, this guy's an MVP. He turned into an MVP overnight. But let's take a look at the entire NHL, see who is leading the way. I have a funny feeling that it will be Murat. I guess Nikolai Ehlers and Kyle Connor took over. But we have the Washington, or not the Washington Capitals, my apologies. We have the Edmonton Oilers as their actual name. And I want to take a quick look at their lines before we end the video. The Edmonton Oilers, I imagine it's Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, Edmonton, so yeah, Draisaitl, McDavid, Radulov, Yamamoto, Nuge, Zach Hyman, not Xavier Bouglet. So again, another good team. Nolan Patrick, Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard, Broberg, Erik Karlsson, Josh Brown, the worst. This player, every time I see it, I just gotta say it. He is the worst NHL player I've ever seen in my entire life. I don't know if there's a player that can skate worse than him who can't pass D to D. This guy is a bum. Trust me, as a Sens fan, I know all about Josh Brown, and I've never been so excited of a player being traded. 6th round draft pick. What was Florida thinking? Defensive defenseman. He is. I mean, how does this guy make $820K? That's all I know. Trading him was the best thing the Sens could have ever done. But anyways, their goalies, Shesterkin, who is probably going to win the Vezina and even potentially the Hart Trophy this year. He's having an incredible season in the real NHL. Not in this world, but in the real NHL. But the Edmonton Oilers, I mean, they're a pretty damn solid team. So it's not going to be a walk in the park like the last series was. But that is going to do it for this episode as we absolutely decimate the Anaheim Ducks in 4 games. Actually, I want to check one more thing. One more thing before we end this. Let's go to team stats. I want to see how many goals scored we had. Our goals for Western Conference. And then we're going to go to the Los Angeles Kings. So we scored 6 goals a game and let in 1.75. That's incredible. That's all I gotta say. That is insane. 6 goals a game. Look at everyone else in our division. I guess Winnipeg was pretty damn good too. Winnipeg 5.6. But everyone else not even nearly as close to the Ducks. Poor Ducks. They actually have a good roster. But that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Next episode, we have Leon Draisaitl, Connor McDavid, Josh Brown versus your Los Angeles Kings in round number 2. I'll see you there. Have a great day. Cheers.